In this video, we're testing the Vias pattern from Kuiu. It's designed to work in a wide range of environments by using a macro pattern to break up your outline. Our assumptions were that this pattern would work better in a dry brown environment than a green environment, and that it would work much better at distance than it would up close. Keeping in mind that this pattern is designed to break up your outline more than conceal you. We were really surprised at how well the Kuiu Vias pattern worked in our wooded test environment. The pattern took on the look of the aspen trees, making it difficult for our spotters to observe where it was at. The general consensus was that it wasn't as difficult to determine where I was at with this pattern versus the multicam or the Sitka Gear Optifade Open Country pattern. We discussed why that was, that we felt it was easier to detect this pattern versus the multicam and Optifade Open Country patterns, and it came down to the fact that it was such a high contrast pattern. It just made it a little bit easier for humans to detect. But we all felt it did an excellent job breaking up the outline. Doing our best to simulate what an ungulate might see, removing the red channel just took away any color differences between the Camo pattern and the surrounding environment. Moving to our grassy test environment, which is fairly green, it's clear that this pattern wasn't designed for this, or wasn't designed to conceal you in an environment like this, but was designed to break up your outline. Simulating what an ungulate might see didn't change things that much in this environment. Our conclusion was that this just wasn't an effective Camo pattern for this green, grassy environment. But that high contrast macro pattern may be effective at breaking up your outline so that the prey doesn't recognize you as a threat. Changing locations to our rocky hillside environment, it became clear to the cameraman and the spotters that this Camo pattern worked really, really well in this environment. I didn't have any Kuiu Vias pants to wear, so I was wearing some multicam pants. And in these next photos, you can see how the macro pattern of the Vias jacket works really well compared to what multicam does. Quickly looking at our motion study, our conclusion was that the Vias pattern wasn't as effective as Optifade Open Country or multicam at taking on the shadows.